Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture. So now we will see the BOQ and we'll try to understand many things from here. This is for the finishing work and he has mentioned that this is for the external plastering. Okay. So what he has written, providing and applying sand face plaster of 18 to 20 mm thick in two coats, under layer that is 12 mm thick cement plaster of 1 is to 4 and top layer which is around 8 mm thick which is 1 is to 3. He's trying to tell that you're supposed to do a 20 mm plastering. But I told you that when you're doing a 20 mm plastering, in one single coat you'll not do. You can do a 12 mm plastering and a 8 mm plastering, 14 mm plastering or 6 mm plastering. So that brings to 20 mm. Here is telling that the first layer what you're doing, no, you do it for 12 mm which is of ratio 1 is to 4. And over that, the next layer that is a 8 mm layer. Okay, that you have to do with 1 is to 3. Got it? So that is what he is mentioning here. Rest all those things are written. That it includes the material, the curing, the labor charges, racking the joints, putting up the scaffolding. Everything is mentioned. Always the plastering, what we do, it is measured in square meter or square feet. So square meter they have mentioned, the quantity they have put, the rate they have put. This is for the external plastering. Next. Next is your this one, plaster. So you see here, he has written one more point, which is good. See, what is telling? The rate shall also include providing additional thickness if required to achieve perfect line and level. No extra will be payable on account of this. That means, suppose 20 mm is what is mentioned in the BOQ. Let's say on the construction site, you require 25 mm, let's say. So if you're doing a 25 mm, the payment what is going to make you is only for 20 mm. Even though 5 mm extra you are done as a contractor, he'll not pay you for that. Why? Because why that extra 5 mm is coming? Because your block work alignment was not proper. Since your block work alignment is not proper, definitely in order to cover that, the thickness of your plastering will increase. One side it might have come out, one side it might have gone inside. Whose mistake it was? Contractor mistake. How? Why did the contractor made a mistake? Because they didn't have proper checklist. They didn't have a finishing engineer or they didn't have a site engineer was checking all these things. Because it is his fault. No, why the client has to pay for his fault? So all these things they write in BOQ. That is why the proper checklist, proper methodology we need to follow so that we can avoid all this extra work and all. Yeah. Next is again plaster. He has written providing and laying 12 to 15 mm thick plaster of cement mortar 1 is to 4 to all the types of RCC brickwork, all these things. Okay. So again, this is for the wall plastering. He is writing it here at the junction of wall, ceiling, and all. Again, this is for the square meter. Come to the ceiling plaster. Ceiling, he is mentioning 6 to 8 mm. Generally, 8, 10 mm of plastering is what we do. But for ceiling, the ratio is 1 is to 3. People go with 1 is to 4 also. But here he has mentioned 1 is to 3. Again, it is in square meter. Again, you see the rate. If you observe the rate, this is in rupees. For external plastering, the rate is 312 rupees. For the wall plastering, it is 211. And for the ceiling plaster, it is 171. Always external plastering will be little more only because thickness is also more. And you need to put up the scaffolding and all. For that, the rate will be always on a higher side. Got it? No. So this was all about this particular uh, this thing lecture. I mean, this particular BOQ. I'll take you to one more BOQ. I'll go to one more BOQ. Yeah, we'll see this BOQ. So again, he has written here, providing 12 mm thick cement plaster for ceiling. For ceiling, he has mentioned 12 mm. Generally, it is 10 to 12. So again, the ratio is 1 is to 3. That is fine. Here also it was 1 is to 3 in the previous where it was. Wait, just 1 minute. I'm just. Okay. There was one more here also. I think I should have taken this also. No problem. I took that. They have written one wall plaster also here. Okay. Okay, I'll come back to this again. Wait, I'll finish it off and then I'll go there. Okay. See here, providing and applying again 12 to 15 mm thick plaster on RCC wall, RCC column, beam, and all those things. And the ratio is 1 is to 6. He's mentioning 1 is to 6 here. Usually, wall plastering for inside we go 1 is to 6. He has mentioned it here. But he has written one more point here that including providing and fixing in position galvanized 6-inch wide chicken mesh, that is Arpita mesh. 6-inch he has written, Few people go with 8 inches also. Galvanized iron of nominal thickness 0.35 mm. Zinc coating they have written here. And also he has written here fixing Arpita corner bead. I explained you about the corner bead, no? That 50 mm by 50 mm. Here they have mentioned 45 by 45. So you can use 45 by 45. What is the nominal thickness of it? What is the zinc coating of it? Everything they have mentioned it here. So whatever is written in the BOQ only, you have to follow it. Suppose in your BOQ, let's say, if it does not mention the corner beading, you will not do. But tomorrow, if a client says, no, no, I didn't mention in BOQ, but we want to do it, for that you have to take additional approval, and based on that, you will do the execution. Okay, got it, no? This is for your plaster. This is for a gypsum plaster. I explained about gypsum also, no? Here he has given for the gypsum also. Okay. I have given you all this BOQ. Just go through this. You'll get good knowledge from the BOQ. Another thing, understand, extra for providing and fixing of PVC mesh at the junction of RCC, whatever that mesh we had fixed, no. So that we charge in running meter. Always remember, plastering is done in square meter. That mesh fixing what we had done, no, that uh, that is measured in running meter. Whatever is the total running meter, for that they are going to pay you. Ceiling plastering, he has mentioned 6 mm here. Ratio is 1:4. Few people go with 1:3. Few people go with 1:4. Okay. And this is for your external plastering, which is 20 mm. Again, he has written here 20 mm plastering. And he's also mentioned that first layer, you go with 14 mm thick. Previously, it was 12 and 8. Here it is 14 mm thick. That you go with 1:5 ratio. And after that, another coat, that is your 6 mm. That you go with 1:4. Got it, no? And then he has written that you have to use that expandable metal mesh, that Arpita mesh and all. They have written it here. You're getting my point, no? So in these things, in this way, all the things will be written. So whatever is written, you have to follow the execution. I have explained you all the methodologies. Few people will follow that. Few people have different ways of doing the things. It depends from company to company and all. No problem. We'll come to this now. Here again, it is a 12 mm thick cement plaster. Ceiling he has mentioned. That's fine. And then the ratio is 1:3. Okay, then the rate is given. Rate, usually ground floor will be less. As you go higher, they are going to increase the rate. Next, this is again 12 mm thick cement plaster. This is for inside wall. And the ratio is 1:6. Wherever you have this inside wall, there you will go with 1:6. That is in square meter, which you know. This is for external plastering. Wherever you require 18 mm thick plastering, you go for this. But here he has mentioned the cement mortar is 1:6. Okay. So in this way, they have given you all the BOQ and all. So based on that, you are supposed to do the work. You got an idea, no? Where, how to use it and all. Fine. Now we'll go to the estimation part. So estimation, I'll not explain you how to do the estimation and all. But yeah, I'll explain you like how it is done and all. Okay. So I'll go to plastering. So here you see, this is a plastering Excel sheet what I've created. This is for external plastering work. Wherever the windows and doors are coming, there the plastering will not happen. You have to do the deduction for that. All the deduction and all I have done. So in this way, the entire whatever drawing you get, for that you will do all these things. I've already done it. So based on that, my calculation, I got total external plastering of 557.443. This is in square meter. Internal plastering is 849 square meter. And total ceiling plastering is 174 square meter. Okay, got it, no? Now, if you have this much area, can you find out the mortar quantity and all? You can do all those things, right? So I've done all those things actually. I'll tell you. Into F8 I've done. Where is this F8? Okay. 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 So it's very simple. See here, I'll show you what I've done. So this is an area. Okay, this is a total area of plastering. If you want to find the mortar quantity, how you'll find? You have to convert this in cubic meter. So how do you find it in cubic meter? This total area, you multiply this total area with the thickness of the plaster. This is external plastering. Let's say I'm going with 20 mm. So I'll multiply this by 0.02. Okay. I'm getting 11.14 cubic meter of a plastering has to be done. Got it. Now, if can you tell me how much cement and sand is required for this? Very simple. Very simple. How you will calculate for that? You should ask me what is the ratio. So just consider instead of 11, 11.14, consider it to be 11 only. 11 cubic meter of a plastering is required. So I'll go to my this particular sheet, that is costing sheet. Here already I have done all the Excel sheets and all. So here already we know if I'm using 1:6 ratio, it's the external plastering, I'll go with 1:4 ratio. If I'm going with 1:4 ratio, I require 8.2 bags of cement, I require 40.68 CFT of sand, and I require 163 liters of water. Okay. Now, what is the total cubic meter I had? 11 cubic meter. No, simple. So what I'll do, 11 multiply by, this answer is for 1 cubic meter, multiply this by 8.2. So you require almost 90 bags of cement. Again, 40.68, you multiply this by 11, you get 447 CFT of sand is required. So in this way, you can do the material estimation. That is why that is why always you have to remember these values. See, you can do the calculation also. But if you remember the value, it's always an added advantage. So always remember for 1:4 ratio of cement mortar or plastering mortar, let's say mortar. That mortar can be used for tile work, that mortar can be used for your uh, wall plastering, whatever it may be. You require 8.2 bags of cement and 4.68 CFT of sand. Suppose if the ratio goes to 1:6, then you require 10 bags of cement and 38.13 CFT of sand. Suppose if your ratio is 1:6, then you require 5.9 bags and 43.58 CFT of sand. This you have to remember. So that you know the values, directly multiply by the total volume, total cubic meter, the volume of mortar, you will get all the answers and all. Understood, no? So this is how you are supposed to understand it. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Okay. So understood how to do the calculation, plastering and all. It's simple. That's it. So this was all about this particular lecture, which I wanted to explain about the plastering. You understood the BOQ. You understood how to do this thing. Last one thing is left out. Yeah. That is the productivity part. I'll just go to the productivity. Yeah. So coming to the productivity, where is my plastering work? Yeah, plaster. So usually, if you see here, ceiling plastering, in one mason and one helper can do 8 square meter of the day per ceiling plastering. Wall plastering up to 3 meter height, they can do 18 square meter per day. And if you go for this extra plastering also, they'll do 18 square meter per day. If up to 3 meter height, they'll do 18 square meter per day. And if it is 3 meter to 6 meter, they'll do 16 square meter. One thing you understood, that if the height is 3 meter, the productivity is 18 square meter. If the height is going beyond 3 meter to up to 6 meter, the productivity is 14. It has come down. Above 6 meter, again, it has come down. Why? Because as the height increases, what will happen? Your productivity will come down because you're standing at a height. You'll have the fear, right? See, 3 meter is a general height. If I make you stand at 5 meter, that is at 15 feet, definitely because of the fear, height fear, and also you are subjected to pressure. If it is external plastering, you're subjected to pressure, wind and all. So definitely your productivity will come down. And that is the reason why the productivity is going to come down. Okay. So that is how it is. That's it. Or nothing else. Just have an understanding that ceiling plastering generally 8 to 10 square meter in one single day will finish it. If it is a external plastering or if it is a wall plastering, we'll go with how much? 8 to we'll go with 18 square meter per day. Why the ceiling plastering has come down like 8 square meter? Because it's a ceiling. So in the ceiling plastering, what happens? You have to work like this. See, wall plastering, I'll stand and do the plastering like it is easy for me. Ceiling, I have to do work like this. This is how the working will be done, right? And because of the gravity also, it will be pulling down. So that proper leveling and all will take some time. So that is why productivity will come down usually. Same with the painting also. Painting also, when you're doing at the lower level, easily you can paint. At higher level, again, the productivity will come down. Okay, but anyhow, today we have the rollers, brushes and all, which can go to any height. But still, even if you use long handle and all also, no, if you have to put more effort if you're doing at a 3 meter height. If you're doing a plastering or if you're doing a painting at this height, easily I can do. At this height, more effort is required, so productivity will come down. That's it. So all these things you have to observe on the construction site. Try to implement all these things in your project. Definitely, you can go to better positions once you have a knowledge. That's it. I'll see you back in the next lecture. Yeah. So I think almost everything I covered in the BOQ also. Rate is covered. Okay. Then beading work I've covered. Corner bead that we have understood. External plastering is understood. Internal plastering is understood. Steel plastering is understood. Okay. And that's it. I'll see you back in the next lecture.